Here are 3 weird tactics that I implement into my life to look bigger. So first of all, we have sunlight. So why in professional bodybuilding competitions do people wear tons and tons of spray tan? Well, because a tan makes you look way more defined. It makes you look bigger. So like you can see here, you see this bicep vein here, it's absolutely popping. The abs are popping. You can see the contrast in between the sets of abs in comparison to the natural version where the bicep vein isn't as prominent, right? You can see the difference between this, and that is because the contrast that a tan provides is it just allows you to see like the difference in shadows between your skin. So a tan obviously makes you look better. And so how do we get a tan? Well, we go outside. So you just need to spend more time outside. I help young guys like you who are full-time students get jacked by improving their health. So improving your health will get you jacked. You cannot get jacked without improving your health first. That is absolutely fundamental. And one of them is to spend more time outside. And it sounds so boring, but please, when you implement it, you're just like, oh my God, my life is so much better. Your mental health just improves way better, like way more. Like I'll talk about it in a minute. Like being social and everything. It's just so much more fun. Your life, it upgrades like a ton, but also you're getting more jacked at the same time. So we shouldn't just be like this one-dimensional human being, right? So we don't just we don't just get jacked. When we get jacked, we want everything else to improve as a result of getting jacked, right? So if you improve your health, then you will get jacked, and those two things together will make your whole life better. So this is your actionable step that you can literally take tomorrow morning. So this is like a little timetable that I use. It's like, this is just like the first half of the day, the first little bit of the day. I always do this. This is like essential for me to do when I first wake up, right? So when I first wake up at 5:30 every single morning, I edit my daily vlog, which only takes about 20 minutes, if that. And then I go for a walk. So pretty much the first thing I do within like an hour of waking up, within half an hour of waking up, I am out my door and going for a walk. I don't sound like an old man, but I don't really have like a goal of this. It's like normally when you're outside, you're going to complete something, right? You're going to the gym, you're going to school or whatever. But for me, I'm just trying to go for a walk. I'm trying to get sunlight into my eyes. Because you probably heard like scientists like Professor Dr. Andrew Huberman, he used to talk about getting sunlight into your eyes to initiate your circadian rhythm, which basically just means that you wake up, like you're tired when you need to go to bed, essentially. So you're wide awake when you first wake up, and then ideally your body clock, that's your circadian rhythm, tells you that you're tired when it's time to go to bed. And getting sunlight first thing in the morning activates that circadian rhythm, activates your body clock. So this is what you should do. Literally first thing in the morning, wake up and go outside. I don't care what your parents say or whatever. My mom always says like, oh no, you shouldn't be going out at that time or whatever. Even if it's dark outside, just say, oh, all right, yeah, I won't do it. And then just do it anyway. Like it's horrible, but I say this for a lot of things like diet and exercise and stuff. Lots of times there will be reasons why other people don't want you to do this, but if you know it's inherently good for you, you should just do it anyway, regardless. And then just say, oh yeah, sorry, I just wanted to try it, and then, you might get shouted at or whatever, but at least you tried it, right? So just go for a walk first thing in the morning. I guarantee you it's so nice. Like the start of your day is so much more energetic and just calm and peaceful, and you're just level-headed, right? Like I love photography, and these are 2 photos that I took, and I thought that's sick. Like, look at this, beautiful. So waking up to this instead of just like staring at a phone screen like you're probably doing right now is just so much better, right? You've added like an extra level to your you in comparison to like the previous you, right? You've leveled up because you're actually getting like natural sunlight into your eyes first thing. And don't just stare out a window, you have to go outside. And this kind of links into sports. So you should do more sports. This is kind of counterintuitive to what they talk about, like bodybuilding fashion. Like, oh no, you shouldn't be doing too much cardio because you need to, accurately track your gains and whatever. No, we need to be healthy. When we get healthy, we get jacked. And I can tell you for a fact that doing sports is so much fun. You should just be active all throughout the day. Even though you're trying to get jacked, even though you're trying to bulk up and gain muscle, you should also be active throughout the day anyway, right? So don't just be like, I'm doing 4 gym sessions a week and that's my activity for the week. No. Where did this idea come from that we can only train, like overtraining? Who thought of overtraining? Of course, for the gym, that makes sense because you've got to, wait for your muscles to recover. but you can just go outside and play football instead, right? I went and played squash the other day, and it was so much fun. So much fun. Like, your life just becomes way more fun when you do more sports. Right, I was playing squash with my mate, then look at this physique shot. That I used to play football with my mates straight after school every single day, like this was like last year or whatever. And it was just so much fun. You know, you'd finish like college or school, and then you go straight for either a workout or you go and play football. And it's just fun. You get to talk to your mates. You get like an extra bit of cardio in, so your cardiovascular health improves. You get like a little bit more muscle definition in your legs because you're using them. You get the sunlight as well. That's why it links to the last one. It's just amazing. And then this is like a shot from basically there. This is one of my greatest shots that I scored. Watch this right now. Top bins. I'm aiming up here in this top corner. Watch this shot right here. Boom, look at that. Absolutely insane. It's just so much fun, right? And these are the benefits. You look leaner. You just naturally look leaner because you are training in the gym, and if you're eating correctly, animal-based, which is what I do, so meat, eggs, fruit, and raw dairy, so you cut out like the starchy carbs and the excess like whatnot that you don't need, then you get like a naturally leaner physique. And of course, you're improving your cardiovascular health, so your heart rate will, like your resting heart rate will lower, so you'll be an actual healthier human being, so you will look healthier and you will actually be healthier. It's just super fun because you are socializing, and also you just get better at whatever sport you're doing, right? If you want to get good at tennis, then you can just practice tennis, right? Like, there's no overtraining. Don't believe the lie of overtraining. You can just train as much as you want, and you will just improve. You'll force your body to adapt anyway. Your body is amazing, and it will adapt to your environment. So, please, for the love of God, just get out the house and go and do something fun. Go and climb a tree. Go on a run. Go on a jog. Go and talk to your mates. Go and do whatever. Go on a hike. It's just amazing. Now, just quickly, if you are a full-time student who wants to get jacked by improving your health, then the first link in the description will take you to my Growth Effect program, where we have guys in here. This lad is literally 14, and he has these goals. Look at these goals right here. How amazing is that? To be surrounded by these people is absolutely phenomenal. And you'll also get full access to the advanced education that I have within these courses here. So it goes into literally everything you need to know to build muscle in the most effective and healthy way possible. So if you're interested in that and you actually want to start taking action in your life and revolutionizing your health and fitness, then click the first link in the description and I will see you over there. Now, the third tactic that I use is meditation. Now, I'm not talking about some like voodoo wish-washy, like none of that, right? You also don't need any apps. Like, I used to use an app called Medito, and it just had like a ton of fluff on it, like loads of like excess stuff and loads of different plans, and you know, there's like loads of stuff going on, and loads of these you have to pay for. You don't need any of that. All you need is to just focus on one thing and one thing in particular. So the way this works is not having any thoughts. It is having thoughts, realizing they are the thoughts, and then going back to the focus. So first of all, say we are focusing on the breath. That's what lots of people focus on. Or you could look out the window and look at a bird or something that's there every morning, like a pigeon that is in your garden every morning, right? So you focus on this in particular thing. So say we are focusing on our breath. Randomly, we'll just get a thought. We won't know why. We'll just get like a random thought. Maybe it's just about, you know, what you're going to eat later, or like what the time is, like just anything. Just a random thought will pop it up in your mind. And some people will get all like, frustrated and stuff, like, why am I getting these thoughts? I'm supposed to be improving in meditation. It doesn't work. No, we always get these thoughts. And when you get this thought, the point of meditation is that you realize that you got that thought, and then you return back to the focus, which is the breath. So the whole like circle of meditation is you are like just sitting in a chair, just like I normally sit in this chair right here, and I just sit there with my eyes closed or with your eyes open, whatever works for you. And I have a timer, which I'll get onto in a minute, for 5 minutes, and I'm focusing on my breathing, and I'm just imagining my breath going up through my nose and into my lungs and then out through my mouth or through my nose. Whatever, right? I'm imagining what my breath is doing. I'm thinking about my breath. And then I just randomly get some thought and just go down this like rabbit hole of like what I was doing like last week in this certain place and whatever. And then I realize, sometimes it takes minutes to realize that, oh my God, I'm totally not focused right now. And then I return back to focusing on my breath. And this is very difficult to do. But each time you go through this circle, once you return to your focus, that is like plus 1 XP, experience point, within your meditation. And why is this important? Well, suddenly you don't have to change your mind about everything. Like, you might have this like ADHD brain, which I have, where you just change everything. Like I suddenly started changing my YouTube channel, like the types of videos I made. I did that yesterday. I was thinking, oh my God, no, I need to change it to this and start implementing like to do with health. And I don't want to do it for students anymore. I don't want to do it for high schoolers. I just changed my whole idea around the channel, and it was working. Everything was working as it should, and it had been working for ages. And then suddenly I was like, oh my God, no, I need to change everything. I need to change everything. But meditation stops that. So when you're in the gym, it will allow you to just focus on what is working right now, and you can iterate but not change. So slightly alter things in your workout to improve. You see like a new workout that you could try. You try like an extra exercise rather than changing the whole workout. So you don't suddenly change your workout split from push-pull legs to shoulders and arms and whatever. Like you're not just like changing them all the time. Maybe you like iterate and implement something else like one at a time, or like removing something one at a time, but you don't just change the whole thing immediately and mess everything up. Same with your diet. You're not going to just like swap around from diet to diet going like, oh, keto, carnivore, paleo, anything. Like you're not going to just suddenly change to all like whatever, right? You're not going to completely mess everything up. That's the best way I can describe it. I know I'm just repeating myself there, but you won't mess everything up, because I've done that and you've probably done the same, and it's horrible because you've got like a specific routine that you're following and it's working, and then all of a sudden you just think, maybe you watch like someone online and you think, oh my God, no, I need to change everything. You need to implement things one at a time. And if you've got this ADHD brain from watching like content like TikTok and everything, the fact that you're watching this is like meditation, because you're focusing. I hope you're focusing on this, right? And you're not like scrolling on like TikTok at the same time. Meditation will allow you to focus on one thing at once and keep working on it, rather than just like completely changing everything. So this could be your sleep routine. You could just think, okay, right, I need to get to sleep at this time every single day to improve my sleep. So you go to bed at the exact same time as you said you kept your word every single day for the rest of your life. Whereas if you don't do meditation, suddenly you think, oh my God, Andrew Tate, no, I don't need to sleep, hustle, grind and everything. So you like mess up all your sleep pattern, and then you think, oh no, actually, you start watching my videos and you're like, oh, actually, sleep's really important. I need to go to sleep at this exact time. And then you see someone else's video and you're like, oh, actually, I need to push it back by 3 hours. Oh no, I need more sleep. You just keep changing and keep changing. And that's really dangerous. That's really dangerous for your progress. So this is your actionable. I'm just going to get straight to it. Actionable step. I'm going to start waffling. Actionable step is to set a timer right now, like literally right now. Go on your phone. If you're watching this video on your phone, swipe off this video. Set a timer. I don't care where you are. Just go into the bathroom or something, right? I've done that before. I was embarrassed because I didn't want people knowing I was meditating, because I thought it was a bit weird. So I'd go into the bathroom in like a hotel room, when I was with my family or whatever. I'd go into the bathroom and just meditate there and pretend I was just going to the toilet, right? It's better that you just tell your parents or whatever when you start implementing this. I did that and they're like, oh, cool, right? And they don't really care. But just do it right now. Do it right now. Set a timer on your phone for 1 minute, 30 seconds. Set it for 30 seconds. You can do that. You can do 30 seconds of focus, right? And if you can't, then you need to do this. You really do. So set a timer right now on your phone and just sit there in silence with nothing else. Nothing else. And so the overall benefits of implementing these 3 tactics is that your overall mental health improves. So when I want people to improve their health, I'm not just talking about their physical health, I'm talking about their mental health. Because when your mental health is good, your physical health becomes better, because you have more motivation to do things. People always hate on motivation, like, oh, motivation is terrible, we shouldn't use motivation. When you've got it, it's sick, right? When you really want to go to the gym, that's awesome. When you really want to eat healthy, that's awesome. Imagine if you wanted to eat healthy all the time. Well, if you've got good mental health, then that translates to this motivation to stick to your diet and to train harder. You know for a fact that when you're like having a bad day, you're more likely to pig out and start eating bad food. You're more likely to skip the gym, right? So if you improve your mental health, then that'll correlate into you building more muscle, because you're more likely to stick to the good habits, right? So please implement these 3 steps. I guarantee you it will change your mental health forever. It's absolutely fantastic. And if you want even more advanced education into this topic, then of course that first link in the description will take you to my Growth Effect program, where I go into literally everything you could possibly need to know about the gym. So you know exactly how to train properly, exactly how to eat, exactly how to sleep, everything, right? Exactly how to think, when going to the gym. And of course, you've got those like little extra bonuses that I have, like meditation, how to improve your health and everything. And I teach you how to improve your health. And of course, you get one-on-one access to me. So if you've got any questions or you're unsure on how to implement this certain thing, or your mum doesn't want you doing this certain exercise or whatever, then I am there to help you. I've been through it all. I understand. So I will be there to support you along the journey, as well as all the members within the community. So if you truly want to revolutionize your physique by improving your health, then I will see you over there. Click the first link in the description. Good night.